particles. Till now, we have only seen one truth and one reality. And what is that? Defiance of all limits. Existence is expanding. It is growing. It is defying every limit. It's bursting forth. It is operating on the principle of La ilaha. Totally. There is only one principle being enjoyed by existence, and that is the breaking of all boundaries. La ilaha. Allah did not say Allah, Huwa, and then explain himself. The way we state belief is La ilaha. There is no God, and that's a starting point. There is no God, and when we arrive at that level of fineness of understanding and recognition from within, then that pinnacle of existence may be known as Allah. Now this principle works everywhere. A tree is planted, a seed is planted, it sprouts, it grows a trunk, branches out, comes into leaves, then produces fruits, and goes on its endless journey. As soon as a child is conceived, it begins its existential journey of defying every boundary. And when this physical creature comes of age, they begin to shed and break every intellectual boundary. Do you not see? At one point we said man cannot fly. Had God intended him to fly, God would have given him wings. He took to air. And today the heavens are within the palm of his hand. They said man cannot dive within the depths of the oceans. Today he casts his reins upon the deep oceans. They said the waves shall defy man. Today he masterfully controls them. What is there that we have not defied intellectually? It is a principle of existence, breaking of boundaries. When Allah says he will not forgive shirk, what he means is, and this is possibly the most accurate understanding, that shirk is a state of stagnation, whereas the principle of existence is one of growth. Whoever stagnates has limited their existence. The meaning of forgiveness is what? To allow for that beautiful growth once again. But if somebody is pleased with their stagnated state, then there is no question of Allah forgiving, because the person and the individual themselves do not want forgiveness. How do we now translate this into spirituality? Allah states in the Quran, وَمَا يُؤْمِنُ أَكْثَرُهُمْ إِلَّا وَهُمْ مُشْرِكُونَ. Most of them do not believe, but that they are mushrik. They associate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's work into this. What shirk actually means, and what is the ideal situation in accordance with existence. The Prophet said to Salman, إِيَّاكَ أَن تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ طَرْفَةَ عَيْنٍ. Do not associate with Allah even for the blinking of an eye. وَإِن تُنْشِرْ بِالْمِنْشَارِ. وَإِن تُنْشَرْ بِالْمِنْشَارِ. Even if you are cut into pieces with saws, or you are cut, or you are burnt by fire. Prophet said this. Imam Sadiq stated, he stated, for you to say, had it not been for such and such, I would not have survived. He said, that is shirk. Had it not been for such and such, I would not have been in this place. That is shirk. Had it not been for such and such, I would not have suffered. This is shirk. The Imam is saying all of these are forms of shirk. The Imam further explains of the Prophet, and he states, shirk shall go unnoticed as a black ant goes unnoticed in a dark night, walking upon a dark rock. Then the Imam said something. He said, to turn your ring and to supplicate to Allah is shirk. We will explain that these are not shirk really. It is shirk because we make it shirk. We want to work into this properly. Think about me and you. We are told that the ring, it's a hadith of the Imam, that the aqiq protects us on our journeys. This is a hadith. I dare not come out of Birmingham without my aqiq. My God. And when I forget my aqiq, I lose my confidence. My God. Isn't the one who has put any potency in this stone with me? Has he left me? وَهُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. He is with you wherever you may be. Think about this thing very, very carefully. Let's work into this. Look at this Lat and Uzza. What are these? These are rocks and stones and wood. That's what the idols were made of, weren't they? They were gods, and Allah cannot tolerate little rocks and wood. How laughable is this state, that Allah who has created Jibreel, Allah who has created the whole of this Milky Way, Allah who has created the whole of this universe, He can't withstand a little wood, a little stone that can't even be measured in the context of the physical universe? How laughable. Allah is not like this. There is something else going on here. The first Imam stated that these Lat and Uzza were not stone and wood. These were exploitive socio-political systems. This gives us a lead into correct thinking. There is no value in Lat or Uzza. There is no value in an idol. There is no value in all of this. We place value in there. We place value in there. It is me who chooses Lat as God. It is me who chooses Uzza as God. But let's work further into this. At the time of election, there are several candidates. Who do I vote for? I vote for one who most accurately represents me and my interest. So even though I'm voting for another individual, but the thinking is mine that I'm voting for. When we go into it very, very accurately, we will see that the meaning of shirk is only one. That I am the only other God other than Allah. And there is nothing else. There has never been Ram, there has never been Krishna, there has never been Uzair, there has never been Trinity, there has never been Allah, there has never been Al-Uzza. None of these things have ever existed, and none of them are partners of Allah. If anybody has been the partner of Allah, it's only been me. Allah only has one partner, and that is me, or that is you. And there is no other partner. And that is why Allah is saying, Allah will never forgive shirk, because it's unforgivable. It's the individual himself saying, I am. And as soon as we say, I am, we are setting up a partner with Allah. And how foolish we are into thinking that we have to deny gods from Allah, whereas we are establishing the greatest God himself. Allahu Akbar. Even the notion that I come to of Allah, that He is one, it is my notion, and that is another pedestal of shirk. The tsunami was a beautiful event. Had it come 1,000 years ago, we would have been in sajda at the awe of Allah. 1,000 years on, we are questioning the existence of Allah with the same tsunami. What has happened? We have replaced a 1,000-year-old God with a new God. And 1,000 years from now, we'll be worshipping another form of Allah that will be challenged differently. There is only one sharik to Allah, and that is me or you. And that is it. And the whole process of La ilaha, therefore, means to deny this partner in order to arrive at the fullness of existence. We stated yesterday that the streets of Peterborough have not changed in the last 30 years. It is the way I see it now that has changed. Nothing has changed. I have changed. When I change, the world changes with me. I am the sole author of my own existence. And how laughable is our state, that on the one hand, we are the authors of our own world,